we've got these are the seeding matches. So
Yeah.
the next two matches will be for seeding. So we've got Dignitas coming up against NRG.
Yeah, and so both of these teams here are not actually going to be eliminated if they lose. So basically, it's whoever is going to win this match goes on to play Cloud9 in the upper bracket, and whoever loses continues down into the lower bracket. So this is a very important match, especially for tomorrow, because the winner will have an actual extra life, so you can warm up, you can lose a match tomorrow, and still be in the tournament.
Absolutely. So there we have Dignitas against NRG right now, and then coming up after that for the second tie-bracket match will be Frontline against Rogue. So obviously Bricks and Vitality are out of the tournament.
The former reigning champions.
The reigning champions have had a couple of rough tournaments as well, so not sure what they'll try and change, try and fix up. But Dap, you been watching much competitive Rocket League lately?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Gotta keep up with the times.
I mean, are you surprised to see that result, like Vitality, just already out?
I don't know. They've been inconsistent, but like they win RLCS, but then they lost Dallas before that.
Do you think it's it's an issue to focus on, or do you think it's just something that they're going to bounce back from?
They'll probably bounce back. I mean, they're a world championship team, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them just go back to 100% after.
Now, you've played a lot against, obviously, this NRG, but not this lineup with Turbo Pulsar. What are your thoughts of Turbo, just as we jump into it?
Probably just a better version of Fire, if anything.
Really?
But definitely could fill in Fire's role, but
add a
Turbo
little bit
probably
more
has
spice?
Yeah, a little bit more spice to it.
I completely agree.
Yeah. And then obviously we've got AStro coming in for Dignitas. This is his second LAN with the team.
Yeah.
Panda called AStro the most mechanical player in the world. You impressed with AStro, Dap?
Oh yeah, 100%. I remember the first time I ever saw AStro play was James Bot was streaming EU rank S, I believe, rank S or rank X, and I remember Fruity was casting with James, and Fruity pretty much just called him like a ball chasing, high mechanical player essentially, and that was the first time I ever saw AStro play.
And could you tell and see? Is it easy to see, I guess, aspiring players just based off the talent, and the mechanics? Like, you knew when you saw AStro playing that he was going to be a top player.
Yeah, 100%. Like mechanics, like certain players are just especially gifted, like Squishy, Justin, AStro, obviously gonna be the next one. Once they learn how to properly rotate with the team and then know when to show off their individual skill, they're definitely a threat.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier with players like Gimmick. They just always seem to be supersonic, moving around the field super fast, and pretty much Gimmick's just sliding around everywhere, flicking his camera back and forth, stuff like that. He's feeling it.
If this match is anything like the previous NRG versus Vitality match, there's going to be at least 4 overtimes. Matches are going to go on
Please
forever.
no, for our sake. No more overtimes. I think we had our fix for today. But
I'm surprised they didn't get, because overtimes, whenever you're competing, especially in tournaments, are so exhausting.
Yep.
And if you lose, like Vitality, they had to bring it back in one of those, and they couldn't do it. And NRG have just been playing so much due to the overtime.
Exactly. It was hard enough. They lost an almost 9-minute overtime there. And then the next match was 6 minutes, back and forth OTs. I know James said he aged 10 years and now he's as old as Gibbs.
Yeah.
But I think he needs another 20 years for that.
I mean, Jazza, what do you, if you're a coach, which you are, what do you tell your teammates after a tough loss like that?
I mean, you just got to keep them confident, really.
Yeah.
Because when you spend 9 minutes with no goals and then one of your players makes a pretty glaring mistake and lets it in, you got to make sure their mentality's right.
Yeah.
You can get pretty sad about something like that because you're literally playing 5 minutes of regular time and then 9 minutes of overtime just to lose a game.
Yeah, and the morale just gets shot down.
Yeah.
I feel like it's good for NRG though. You're in those intense overtimes, and now you've got Turbo Pulsar, a man who's
so clutch.
The 3-time world
Exactly.
champion.
Yeah. I haven't even really thought about that. Is the addition of Turbo. And the clutch player that he is. He's been in high-pressure situations so much his entire career.
Yeah, I feel like you're Garrett or Justin, and you look next to you, and you've got Turbo there. You're thinking, we're in safe hands here.
NRG coming out swinging
right away here in Game 1.
I was really curious to see if Dig was going to come back from their loss to us earlier today, because that was a pretty not successful series for them. They only got one game, so I was wondering if Dig were going to pull up some sort of strategy for this.
And one thing I did notice about that game was the infield passing that G2 was doing a lot. And Dignitas, once they started connecting things in the middle, that's when things started clicking.
Oh, yeah. When you get Turbo in that midfield, giving and receiving passes, I mean, if he's just hitting Justin up with almost every single thing he can give, then they're popping off. They had a really good team play goal against us yesterday. Especially on Twitter, people like that a lot.
Just so good at just filling those roles, isn't he? I mean,
oh, yeah.
And here he is, just And that is his second goal for the match already.
One thing that I like about Turbo is he's like Justin, the fact he can find him all over the field at any point.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like he knows where to be.
And he's always got boost. He's never starved, and he's ready to go.
He's basically just like an epic team player. So
Yeah.
I think Fire did okay, but yeah. We were talking
Whoa,
about earlier.
Did okay.
Hang on, whoa.
But I mean, Turbo.
You're disrespecting a legend here. Okay,
Yeah.
Fireburner is a staple. I'm just kidding.
It's just-
I'm like
We're really
over here.
roasting you, but
Okay.
that's not here right now, huh?
yeah, I love it.
Nah, I love Fire, but Turbo could be a wake-up call for NRG. I think they still have a few tournaments left this year to kind of try to get a trophy. So
AStro on the Dominus all weekend long. Dap, you use much of the Dominus? I know. Watching your streams, Dapper, you were probably like the pioneer of. You have one game bad game.
Yeah, the placebo.
Change your camera settings. Change something up. You're always thinking about the placebo as NRG just running away with this match. What are your thoughts on the placebo and the changing car colors?
Does it actually help? Like, you invented that in your stream. I think you switch your car colors at least every
the
other game.
camera settings every game. Like
sometimes like everything just seems off, so you gotta keep changing something until something like seems good again.
Just max camera distance.
It's interesting.
Ladies and
Just do
gentlemen.
anything. Sometimes I'll play default camera settings, sometimes I'll play maxed out camera. Yeah, I do it on stream a couple times.
Because a lot of players are like, I'll never change anything. So when I'm playing bad, it's on me.
Yeah, exactly.
But then there's other players like Dab who's like, if I'm having a bad day, it ain't on me. I'm changing something up until I start feeling it.
Yeah.
No bad days.
I've been like scrimming a ton, but every scrim I've been on different camera settings or like, or I've been using like Fennec or
that
just
has
different
to be
cars
a
all the time.
negative thing from time to time, though, right? Like,
Oh no, we've been doing good.
Are you
I've been
inside
playing
your own
pretty
head
well.
too much with that though? Like,
yeah,
always
that's
changing?
kind of what I feel.
Yeah, sometimes like I'll switch my distance up and I'll think I'm ball chasing too much and I'm like not field aware and I'll put it back and I'll got more field aware, but like my hits are bad, so like I keep switching it up.
So when you're changing your camera settings, which one do you think has the most impact for your placebo?
Probably distance for me. It's more about my like awareness for the field, and then but the thing is, if I'm more field aware, my hits are probably not as good.
Because camera stiffness is usually the big one for other players.
Yeah, stiffness is
If
a
you
big
lower
one
your
too.
stiffness, you're like, whoa, I'm
I
so
always
fast,
like
like
high
the camera's
stiffness.
coming in and out.
I always see this is the thing that was wrong with me when I played, is that I would always go with the mainstream camera settings instead of just trying to adjust it for me. So I really liked high stiffness, but everybody was rocking like the 0.4, 0.5. So I was like, I guess I gotta get on this
But
wave.
there's like Lethemir with like 1. He's
Yeah,
out there by
what is
himself.
that?
And
That's
even
crazy.
Flakes uses 1, I think, as well. So I think you've got to find your own.
Yeah, exactly.
NRG really are just running away with this.
This is just a hammering down from NRG. A great first game here against Dignitas, who has been slow to wake up today. Like you said, Jazzo, in the first game against you guys at D2, very slow start, not too much going on chemistry-wise. And again, we see it here today.
That's what I was saying. I don't remember if I said it on stream or if I was just talking to other players here. All you have to do is just give Turbo some time to acclimate to the new team.
Yeah.
Like, those are 3 really solid players. Once you get some time on the field together, especially at a LAN like this, they're going to be a force to reckon with.
And we've got the quick chat back in the games now. I think we talked about it on the last segment, saying, they had that in the first series.
Yeah.
I'm liking a bit of personality. We talked about
I want to see
Chaussette.
some
with,
trash talk
with the
coming
trash
out.
talk,
Yeah.
like the whiff, the nice shot, stuff like that.
That would be nice.
That's good to see.
Let me see more of that. And also, the thermostat guy, Jorby,
The thermostat,
coming in real
man,
quick.
Look at him.
He's been so clutch this entire event. We got to give him props. The caster of the previous World Championship on thermostat duty, doing great.
That's how good the Rocket League community is.
Exactly.
Like, Jerby?
Jerby.
The gerbil. Jorby's in here, he's volunteered. He's taken time out his weekend to just come down, hang out.
Yeah.
And, if that means he's changing the temperature in one of the rooms, then
He's down,
so
too.
be it, he's
So
down.
Justin had a really nice shot. I think it was the 4th goal. It wasn't this one. I don't know if they're going to show it. We kind of missed it. We were talking this one. He had a really nice.
that's
Yeah, you guys were
disgusting.
talking.
Who
You guys
missed
missed
that?
it.
Whose fault was that? That was disgusting.
You. I pointed out to you, and you missed it.
Unbelievable.
But it was nice.
Just a shutout from
that is
NRG.
dirty.
I
Nothing
feel like they were
from
on
Dignitas.
offense like all game.
Yeah, the whole time.
Even if they weren't on offense, they probably were still in control.
I mean, is this a sign of, this NRG? This is the first tournament that we've seen them compete as a squad.
At a LAN.
Online.
Yeah.
Because we saw them online a few times.
Correct, yeah.
But this is the first LAN.
In
so
an environment, but this is like I said before, this is an atmosphere that's very calm and relaxing, and it could be aiding to them to kind of mesh faster because the pressure's not there. They can kind of see their mistakes easier and not have all that pressure on them. So this is a great pickup for both teams, honestly. Dignitas as well, doing the exact same thing, coming in as that stand-in team and showing off.
And this is a great series for NRG as well to come in, because if they do lose, it's not the end of the world. You do drop down to the lower bracket, but this is basically essentially like an upper bracket match. So the winner will stay on in the upper bracket tomorrow. The loser drops down into the lower bracket. As Dignitas now get their first goal of the series.
Oh, finally, that pass was brilliant.
Oh, there you go. Nice one.
There we go. Look at the mutual respect. Followed by the
Turbo with the okay.
Okay.
That's what we like to see. Twitch chat.
Dad, what's your favorite quick chat? Are you big on the, the
Not
mental
anymore.
warfare?
It's probably just nice one. You can use it for literally anything.
Everything.
Anything and
I
everything.
feel like whenever I score a goal and somebody says nice one, I'm like, it's not that good of a compliment as nice shot. It's just like it's just like you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like you did what you're supposed to.
But I've changed my nice shot to nice one, so it was more general.
See,
yeah,
so
exactly
I can't even.
I don't like that.
I can't give you a nice shot. So
Because nice one is so universal.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes it.
Someone gets a nice dunk. It's not really. Why would you say nice shot on the dunk?
It's not the same
you say
thing,
nice
dude.
one.
If you're gonna compliment me, at least go all the way with nice shot.
What if you accidentally fat finger your D-pad when you're the actual you're the shooter and you're trying to say great pass, but you say nice shot to the person that you're not getting a nice shot yourself, so you get away with it by saying nice one.
What do you think the most toxic quick chat command is? I think
what a save when you score.
What a save, or what a play as
could be
well.
nice
great
Just
pass
what a
on
play
goal or
in general when nothing happens. There's Dignitas now.
AStro coming in hot
Again,
Look at these
he's so
pre-flips.
good.
Jeez.
He's so good at flipping into the ball. It's so consistent.
Yeah, definitely
consistent. Excuse me. It's the timing that he gets whenever he flips it and runs into it.
Yeah, and at the same time with AStro, it might be a problem with his defense, is because he's always flipping, maintaining momentum, that he's not always going to net, and he's sometimes stuck on the wall, stuff like that. So it's a blessing and a curse sometimes.
What's going to be interesting is if NRG isn't. I don't know if NRG is taking this as seriously as they could be, because I remember our series against him the other day, we were literally yelling between the walls.
Yeah. I don't know. I talked to Garen. He said he just wants to practice with his team. He's excited completely for this event to get a LAN experience right now with this new roster. Oh. Cheeky little ground pin.
This might be a double.
Turbo on the skyline as well. Taking a little leaf out of J-Naps' book yesterday. He rocked it for a little bit. And I saw Sizz on Twitter as well coming in saying, rock that skyline, easy dubs.
Although I'm pretty sure Turbo was the first person to use Skyline competitively, because he used it in RLCS, season 5 league play?
Yeah, Turbo's always just new car. I'll use it for a week or two, see what happens.
NRG fires back as well.
Fires back, I like it.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's not a diss, though.
NRG fire. Oh, yeah. It's just nice.
Just
you didn't even know.
Yeah.
It's like when you're smart and you
little
don't even
reference.
realize.
I mean, I'm not smart. It just happens, I'm lucky.
Yeah. 2-1, 2 minutes 50 here. It's interesting because we saw this a lot we said Cloud9 earlier. They lost the 6-0 game and then they came back. And then Dignitas in that first game, I don't think they had an attack really.
Yeah.
But then it comes into this game number 2, first goal, everything changes,
And a big part of that is AStro coming in to this offense on Dignitas.
Yeah.
Being so consistent and that rock for them on the offensive push. But it just hasn't been followed a lot by his teammates. But Panda was the first one this game to come in and hit that shot.
Yeah, Astro's so ready for any pass, any infield, because he's always moving so fast. He's always going to have the momentum, even if he's further away from the ball than his opponent.
Something that is interesting, like a strat that you have to have against teams like NRG and Dignitas, is you have to shut down that solo player.
Right.
Astro's getting quite a bit of space this game especially, but I feel like the first game, Justin was the one getting a lot of space. So when you're going up against a solo player like that, you gotta be aggressive, get in their face.
Yeah.
It's not really happening right now. Astro's being able to control the field basically by himself.
He clearly looks like the fastest player on the field right now.
I mean, I see him in position a lot. Even after kickoff, he'll be in the exact right spot on the wall or something like that.
I think boost management for a player of AStro's play style is one of the most important aspects of how he actually goes about doing his things. Because a lot of times I'll see him getting caught off guard, rotating in for that corner boost instead of staying in net. It's because he just doesn't have boost and he's so used to moving as fast as he can on the field.
Exactly.
Something I've noticed with Justin, who's pretty similar to Astro, is Justin has really good pathing over boost pads.
Yes.
If you ever sometimes we'll be scrimming NRG, and I'll just spend a game just staring at Justin's POV.
Right.
just to like learn something. And I've noticed his pathing is so efficient. Like he didn't really do it there, and we didn't get that long on his POV, but.
Yeah, a lot of players, like, if they don't pick up that 100 pad, they're screwed, you know, they've got nothing else. But it's really important to pick up those pads because in Rocket League, you need, what, 30 boost?
That's it.
Yeah, 2 pads, you can do pretty much anything.
Yeah, exactly. So, Dap, you've been watching much of the Rocket League Summit so far? Day one? Yeah.
Did you see the rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, that is important.
Tournament.
I did not. I saw the bracket on Wikipedia, and I was amazed they even put it on Wikipedia.
Did you see
Did you watch the highlights?
There was money behind it.
I saw some of the highlights.
The Chicago squid move. You saw that, right?
That's
the only thing you
beautiful. Well done.
Okay, beautiful.
It was epic. We had the Chicago squid move. We had Cooks maybe attempting to cheat. He did a late little change up. He admitted like, oh, I don't know about that when he did it. And then Kronovi with the mind game saying, I'll throw rock, and telling them, and then throwing rock every single time and winning.
Oh my.
But I think Fruity was the only player that was undefeated individually in the rock, paper, scissors, as Dignitas level it up 1-1.
The tactics here. That's just straight face. They win, no movement at all. Just stone cold killers in here.
Dignitas is kind of having a similar storyline to their earlier game. Where they lost the first game, and then they won the second one by 1 goal. So I'm curious to see if Dignitas can actually keep the momentum going.
I mean, the first day we saw Dignitas come out really, really strong against K-Dop, who Panda said that has a slow start to the day, which we even saw today. So it's interesting to see them need a warm-up this game.
Yeah, it even shows right now these teams are all, like, everyone is so inconsistent. Like, we don't really have a consistent team right now. But I want to ask you, Dap, on a team's best day, who is the #1 team in the world? At their peak, who's got the highest ceiling? You know.
Oh, that could be any team.
Jarzo's pointing to his own jersey here for G2. That's completely biased there.
I want to say.
I mean, we beat the world champion the day before they won the world championship, so.
We haven't seen so much of NRG yet, so potentially it could be NRG, but I want to say it's between C9 or Vitality.
Ooh, okay. See.
Shots fired.
So the Bricks just got eliminated, which is rough. But I think that in your opinion, would you consider them a world champion team if they are all really?
Basically, do you think they can win a LAN and it's like a DreamHack? Like that?
Potentially, yeah. I definitely think they'll place like they won't be on the bottom half. I don't think they'll be on the bottom half of EU for this next coming RLCS.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing we see, with the Vitality, they had a really good day 3 at Worlds, and that's what it meant to win the championship. We saw C9, the World Championship season before that, the day 3, the lower bracket run, stuff like that. So really, these teams, we don't really have any consistency at the moment, do we? You know, it's just, let's just have a good day, and that's what you need. If your team is good enough that on their day and when they're playing well can win a tournament, then I think you've got a good formula, you've got a good team.
1-1 in the series. NRG and Dignitas both battling it out right now for the upper bracket seeding. Whoever wins this has the extra life, the advantage going in to tomorrow. You do not want to lose this, especially because that extra life is everything. That means you can get a warm-up in.
Yeah.
And you can just kind of figure out your own mistakes.
And when we talk about the inconsistency as well, to have that ability to drop a game, because everyone can have a poor series, especially with NRG right now, such a new roster. If they can win this match and then tomorrow, they can afford to have that one bad game.
Yeah, and we see so many teams just completely demolished through the lower bracket, and Panda putting it in again, the player on Dignitas to start the scoring chain. Oh, what a pass.
That's one of those ones where it hits the crossbar and the guys in net are like, is this going in? So you jump and then it hits the bar and you're like, oh.
Yeah, Panda's just been playing the cleanup man pretty much. Just Yukio and AStro just getting nutty passes.
The vacuum cleaner.
It looked like the two NRG defenders were pretty out of position for that as well. Not to take anything away from Dignitas' goal there, but it looked like Garrett and Turbo were both kind of flat-footed inside the net, which is not that optimal.
Yeah.
So Dapper, as a ones main.
Oh God, here we go.
Here
Obviously, we have the crew battle finals coming up. We've got Team Squishy against Team K-Dop. We've got Fairy Peak as the ones god, so to speak, on K-Dop's team. Can anyone beat Fairy? Because we saw that with Kronovi coming out. It's only one game. It's not a series as well. It's one game for the best for the 1v1 potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't too surprised when I saw Crow beat him because, in my opinion, like from my experience playing Crow, if there was any person that would beat him, in my opinion, I would probably say Crow.
Really?
Since I think Crow is one of the most adaptable players in the game, especially since, you know, he's been competing in RLCS since, you know, season 1.
He has it on lock. Everything is so
Yeah, he has
habitual
definitely a wide variety and just of like everything. Knows how to do everything, and
so we
definitely underrated when it comes to like how smart he is.
So we saw Squishy against Fairy Peak. Squishy took down Scrub as well yesterday in a 1v1, which is probably unexpected as Garrett levels it up. And on Squishy's team, potentially, does K-Dop throw in Fairy Peak? Because Squishy's team doesn't really have a 1v1 play. They've got all of G2, they've got Squishy, they've got Gimmick, and they've got Violent Panda. So does K-Dop maybe throw in a weaker ones play to save Fairy for, say, the 2v2 tournament to win that whole series?
I don't know. Like, I think that's going to be all of just a big mind game, depending on who they decide to bring out.
I can't wait to see who walks upstairs because, you know, if Squishy's team just throws away like a Chicago, who was terrible against Speed yesterday as well, and then someone other than Fairy walks up the stairs and just still beats him, and now you've got to play like Fairy Peak in a 2v2 or a 3v3 format.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now,
excited.
I've taken ownership of the team Squishy because my entire team is literally on that crew.
It's true.
So we were talking strats yesterday. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going pretty try hard.
Okay, so we're going to have the G2
probably G2
3v3 combo.
It's probably going to be Squishy and Gimmick in 2.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just going to say you're going to like it. You're going to like it.
It sounds sweaty.
That's got to be 100%. They're going to throw Violent Panda in the 1v1 just to lose, but, you know, presumably he might win. Who knows? But then,
well, I mean, okay, so if it is Panda in the ones, and K-Dop tries to throw a wrench in the mix and put like a Farah in ones to throw away their ones and save Fairy Peak with K-Dop in the 2s, then, I mean, Panda could beat Farah.
And then you've got Squishy and Gimmick, which, you know, you'd probably say to win, obviously the Universal Open champions, but, you know, EU, the French players in 2s, they could cause an upset.
Yeah.
But then the 3s, you have to give it a G2, although, as we said, maybe it's a little bit harder to play with your team against, you know, 3 randoms. Do you find that DAP, say if you're on a team and you're playing an RLCS team, do you find that easier than playing, say, a bubble team or a pickup team because you can't read them as well?
Yeah, you definitely don't know what they're going to do. It's essentially playing like soul or
how do you plan
standard
against that? You can't.
Yeah, you don't know.
You got everything to lose as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I think on the back of your head, you're always thinking, like, we shouldn't lose this. We have all this chemistry, but we have no idea what they're going to do or how good they could actually be. It's,
But no, I'm pumped for the crew battle finals coming up later. You know, I wish we could have a mic in the team rooms, but after yesterday, I'm not sure that, you know, we'd still be allowed on Twitch.
Probably wouldn't be able to hear anything as well.
Exactly, because it is mayhem. But, you know, it's good to see, like, the teams getting behind it. I know we had a pretty long day one with the crew battles. There are a lot of games to get through, but it was great to see all the teams in good spirits, and, you know, they're all playing, all trying to win. I know Squishy really wants to win for his team, and I'm sure, you know, K-Dop's team with the Frenchman and Turbo are looking to win as well.
This game's closing out. Dignitas, after getting creamed in the first game, make a very convincing comeback and might go up in the series. NRG just need to keep this ball up.
Little T-shot.
Oh, it's still up.
But Garrett's still there.
Turbo's tying it up there, Turbo. Who else?
Who caught this over here? Was this Justin?
It was Garrett caught it right here.
Oh my gosh, the catch right there to keep following up and crashing the rotation.
It was good awareness from Turbo to actually turn around there.
How good was that T-shot as well? He was like dribbling across the field, and then Turbo just coming and smashed it. I love it.
That was beautiful. And again, NRG find themselves in another overtime. Who would have thought?
I feel like the last time these two were in that 0-second moment as well is the NRG against Dignitas in Season 5. So now with Turbo on your team, and he's not scoring the winning goal against you.
Now you can't lose in overtime ever again.
Or 0 seconds. You're never going to concede.
Justin was getting flashbacks about that goal, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, the guy who scored is on my team, so I'm chilling.
Wasn't that the whole premise of NRG's announcement video? It was they were showing the highlights.
I love it. Another overtime. NRG just love overtime, so we know Turbo loves them as well. So
I'm really curious to see what NRG's overtime record is. Like what their win percent is when they go to overtime.
And then what it's going to be now that they have Turbo.
I was about to say, especially with Turbo now, it's got to be much higher. Such a clutch player.
That's such a well-rounded roster right now.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. they pretty much all could do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Justin a little more on the offensive side, but not to like insult the other two.
I mean, the first couple goals we saw this game were kind of cleanups, and then it got into that overtime goal in AStro as well. But oh my goodness! I thought they were gonna save that.
And who else but Turbo? Who else but Turbo for the OT goal?
Yep,
again.
I really thought it was gonna get saved. All the time, whenever you see balls bouncing like that, I almost guarantee you it's gonna get saved. Yeah, it just has to.
As soon as it's on the line, you're like, just give up.
Yeah,
let's get back in defense.
Yeah,
there's no point now. But NRG, they were on the brink of dropping, going down in the series.
They're giving some strats right now. Turbo is getting pretty vocal.
Looking pretty hyped.
Look at him. He's really getting into it. That's what we like to see. He's got the camera on him as well.
One thing this team knows how to do is have fun.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think that was a big reason why they picked up Turbo as well. They had a few other options, but if you got Turbo and Garrett, such good friends for so long, you just gotta have fun, especially the Rocket League now. Like, everyone's so close skill-wise. It's down to mentality and team environment. Just having fun with the game.
I mean, they could have learned that at Valencia. Remember the last tournament with Fire? They just had fun. They played great.
They beat Vitality in day 3 as well.
And that was a sweep.
That was a sweep.
Is this the AStro goal? Yeah, I wanted to see this again because we didn't really highlight it. He carried it around the entire defense. Exactly. And he went to the left and pushed it over. And then this overtime goal, not overtime, this 0 second to get the overtime.
They just swooped in, didn't they? The vultures. And it just bubbles up.
I'm serious. All those times, at least when I'm playing and I'm about to score a goal like that and it bounces and I can see the glow on the ball, I'm like, no, it's not going in.
Yeah.
It's too close.
Put your controller down.
Yeah. I mean, I should have put my controller down probably way earlier.
Here you are now, talking about it because we're not good enough to play.
Yeah.
But now NRG going up in the series, they could be down in this series. That 0 second goal and then the OT win, what do you do if you're Dignitas? I know conceding these sort of goals, it's so tilting, and then losing the OT as well. It's like, oh, what do we do? Like, we were in front for the whole time of the match, just not that part where you have to keep the ball up, kill the ball.
But Dignitas did make a great recovery, even though after that game 2 loss, game 3.
Yeah, my concerns about their momentum were kind of eased because, I mean, they did end up going to overtime, so it's not like they were lacking goals that game. So, looking good for them, as long as they can still keep their momentum.
Oh, what a pass.
So, Dab, if you were to replace one player on NRG for yourself, who would you replace?
I like this question.
I'm definitely.
I like it. I like this.
I don't like this question.
You have to answer. Like, you have.
So what do you? Yeah, you're more
one offensive. I'm just saying you can't say, "Oh, I'd sub." Like, we don't want to hear that.
This is juicy.
I mean, this is basically who do you align with the most in play styles?
Yeah.
If you had to pick.
Can I just be Justin? I could just ball chase the entire time. Yeah.
Right.
As a coach, if I had to drop, if I had to pick up Dap, I would sub out Justin.
Yeah, I'd just ball chase the entire time.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's just. I feel
it would take minimal adjustment.
Probably.
To replace Justin with that.
How good is that as well, though, to have teammates that are just so adaptable, They're just like, go do your thing. We'll be behind you if you miss.
Justin basically has free range to do so much, with the ball.
That's what we talked about with Gimmick as well. When you've got Torment as well, just locking it down, he's going to be solid. Gimmick can just jump at everything. And Torment says he just pops the ball up anywhere and Gimmick's flying for him. Like, from anywhere on the field, he's up. Drop down.
We saw Torment get some incredible saves as well on the 2v2 of the crew battles.
Oh, what a save.
Not even close.
And then he just gets it out, 0 boost.
He's just chilling.
He's fine. So you're a mainly Octane player, Dab, getting back to the car selection.
Have you tried the Fennec?
Have you tried? Exactly.
I have. I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know.
Mixed feelings.
Fennec's a hybrid hitbox, right?
Oh my.
I could have sworn. No, wait, no, stop.
It's an Octane hitbox if you've just tuned in.
Yummy
it's a joke from yesterday. Yummy said it was a hybrid and got roasted.
Someone made a video and posted on Twitter with great editing. I loved it.
I saw it. It was like lined up perfectly.
So what don't you like about the Fennec? Or you like it?
It's just exterior then.
I guess I'm just not used to like a different car look. Even it could be the same hitbox, but it's just because like I guess without knowing, I just like subconsciously know parts of the aux scene, like how the ball hits, but since like Fennec's like pretty new, I just don't know those parts, even though it's the same. It's like visual cues pretty much for me when it comes to using aux scene.
Because the Fennec, I think, fits the hitbox a little bit tighter.
I agree with that, because it is more of like a
why you get more power, because maybe your timing's a bit better, because you can see where that edge of the car is in the front. But you'd still rather use the Octane maybe a little bit out of shape for the hitbox, but just because you're used to it.
Yeah, exactly. But like, let's say they were released at the same time, I'd probably use Fennec more.
Yeah.
So talking about that, I know we're trying to utilize DAP here, but CJ, you're also a professional player. Have you tried the Fennec?
No, I don't. I haven't bought it.
You know, it's a crate car, isn't it?
Is it?
It is a crate car.
Yeah, it's a crate car.
Okay, I'll probably have it then. But no, I haven't used it yet. I think I'm with DAP. It's something about it. Just looks like a little golf. Little
golf.
Little golf.
Yeah,
that's the main reason why I wanted to get it.
I like it.
It's like a little hatchback.
Yeah, a little hatchback.
Exactly.
I don't know about
the bump. Oh my goodness.
I don't know about like the hatchback sort of feel, and it's very boxy as well. It's not, I don't know. It's more predictable, but I like the Dominus because it's got like boxy front, but it's sort of like sleek as well.
Yeah.
And obviously the Octane, everyone loves the Octane.
Speaking of exterior, can we give Justin a medal for always having the most blinding car on the pitch?
Loves Zombas, doesn't he?
This dude, look at it. It's shining, and it's just beaming. Trying to blind his enemies right now.
I'm astounded by how many car designs he can actually make look good.
Oh, yeah.
Because like he'll just, one of the signature things he does is he takes any colored Zomba and makes it look good on a preset.
Yeah.
We see Gimmick do that as well with his Zombas.
Yeah, they're both really good at that.
Whoever made the white Zombas, give him a pay rise.
NRG. A lot of offense from them so far. Panda forced to make a goal line save, as we saw earlier, but this match is coming into an overtime unless Violent Panda can put a double touch in. Oh my goodness.
Or if NRG get another 0-second goal.
Anything can happen in these next 4 seconds.
But if you're NRG, you're like, I want to go to an overtime because I know I'm going to win. Just put me in an overtime. We got turbo. And I mean, is it already set? Dapper, do you just forfeit right now if your Dignitas start the next game?
I mean, honestly, I probably would. I don't remember the last time I've seen Turbo lose in overtime.
Just today, they've won 5.
Yeah, so
5
I mean,
out of 5. It's crazy.
Well, this could be the one.
5 out of the 6 games they played today have been overtimes.
But at the same time, when the timer hits 0 seconds as the other team, do you want to keep it up? Because they're going to score a 0-second goal on you as well. So like, what do? Do you go to OT, take the loss? Do you go keep it up? And
I think at that point you just sub Dapper in for Justin.
Yeah. I think one way or another we're getting Dap in on NRG next season.
Or just 1v3 Dapper.
Oh, God. Because he is a ones mate.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good opportunity.
And Dapper as a ones mate again.
Oh, God.
I just want to say, obviously 1v1 is a lot different to 3v3, but we see players like Chaussette create these solo dribble plays. How hard is it, or how much harder is it to do solo plays in threes compared to ones? Or is it easier in a way?
I feel like when you're transitioning into ones, to like benefit your team more is if you're really good at ones, you're guaranteed to like pretty much get the ball over at least one person, and that could be really helpful to your team because then like your second man could just come in and add pressure, then you rotate out, and then it's almost guaranteed offense. I want to say, as long as like your ones players playing properly and taking control like they're used to when they're actually playing ones.
So you think that's why like teams like Vitality who have three 1v1 mains, like because you could say K-Dot, Fairy, and Scrub are all very, very good at ones.
Yes.
Do you think that's why they do so well? Is because they have constant
they know. I think ones players have a completely different mindset when it comes to offense compared to people who traditionally just play threes most of the time. So I think they all have a certain offensive play style that they could all recognize since they're all like ones players. And I think that's just why I think they're good. Do
you think like that ones play style is better in threes if you got 3 ones players, say against just maybe a teamier team? You might say a more pass heavy team. Is that a better combination? Do you think?
I think you need a little bit of both, but I mean, since obviously they've adapted to threes, but I think their approach to ones or their approach to threes is so unique with like a ones background that it catches other teams off guard. So I think it's just
because it really does train you physically and also mentally to rotate around the ball much differently if you just focused one's player.
Exactly, and another thing with ones that we talked about with Vitality is it trains boost management as well, which is huge in threes because with ones it's like when you're rotating and you're not always going to get that big boost. It's running those small boost lines, as you saw with Justin as well. Running those small boost lines. And ones, that's where Vitality, they need 30 boosts. They know what they can do because they've been in these situations in so many 1v1 matches where they can create, a huge flick with 30 boost or, just beat an opponent.
One of my main concerns with having a team full of 1v1ers was what if they all got too aggressive and they left their backfield too open? But I guess,
100%.
Watching Vitality, they do go pretty aggressive, but somehow they end up having one player that has a last second.
They just scramble.
They seem like they're in the goal a lot. Like they have multiple people in the goal frequently. I feel like that's when they get caught off.
1v1ers are really good at defense, right? Because they can shadow really well. They can kind of predict what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Especially against players that aren't as good as 1v1s. So.
I think as long as you have a team full of 1v1 players, you have someone that recognizes that I need a dive, so then my third doesn't have to, have to dive. Then it's always good. So you don't basically. I think it's really bad if you have a team full of 1v1 players trying to play threes together and they're not diving, and they're just sitting back.
Right.
Because you don't. It also messes up rotation because people are hesitant.
Because you've got your teammate behind you, all you need to do is make them flick the ball.
Exactly.
Don't get fake. Just go at the ball and make them do something. Because then you got your teammate in behind you to do something. Yeah,
exactly. I think the thing is because if you're a ones player and you're transitioning into threes, you're thinking I don't want to just dive because it's gonna go over me. Because you have this ones mentality that if I don't challenge and hit the ball, then I'm gonna get scored on, which is bad for threes because you want your opponent to do something. Yeah. So. That's a thing that's
a big thing to learn as well, to not hesitate and just, even if I'm going to lose the challenge, I can at least have the person behind me. And it's a lot of trust as well.
Yeah, it's better. That's a part of just learning how to play as a team when you're transitioning from ones to threes.
And that's what Violent Panda as well said. They're trying to teach AStro to incorporate him and kind of get that trust and understand how to implement him into the team play and into the roster. And it's being very effective here, but we're not surprised that NRG did win the overtime.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Really not surprised.
Yeah. And they're up again in this series. Justin did just put in a goal. So Dignitas are on the ropes.
6 overtime wins on the day for them?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Consistent.
So, Dad, did you see Johnny Boy's 1v1 all-time tier list?
Oh,
I'm sure you tuned into that.
I had no idea, and then someone in my Discord told me about it.
Yep.
And then he screenshotted the list, and I'm like, that's plus. What? I'm
you
nuts.
Happy with that?
Yeah, and then I didn't understand how what he based it off of. So then I watched the video. I only watched my segment. Yeah. And then I was like, and then he said the results. I'm like, dang, I did do that, huh? Yeah. And I was nuts. What happened?
You're taking notes.
Yeah.
Wait, so you didn't even remember your results?
That was late 2016, early 2017.
Devin, you're like the pioneer of ones players, man. So as a ones main, what is your favorite cereal?
I grew up without cereal. Not gonna lie.
Without cereal?
No. Part of Filipinos, we pretty much have leftovers for breakfast for the most part.
For breakfast?
Yeah.
Wait, do you get up later and just have lunch? You skip breakfast sort of thing? Or?
It's either I eat breakfast.
Ooh, what?
I eat breakfast and then I eat a really late lunch. And sometimes no dinner. I pretty much eat 2 meals a day though.
So when did you discover cereal then? Or did you?
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me put it this way. The last time I ate cereal was NBC 2v2 regionals in San Francisco when I was at.
Was that with Miho?
Yeah, when I played with Miho, and I was at Chelsea's house. She had cereal, and I had Honey Nut Cheerios with almond milk. That was the last time I had cereal, so a year ago.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I had it 3 days straight.
Did not make you go, hang on a minute, I'm missing out on an important meal of the day?
No, I pretty much only I had cereal every day. I was there for,
what is
for
this
3 or 4 days.
Right now?
Wow.
You're the one that asked the
question.
question.
Somebody just clicking on the stream right now, and it's a tight game against NRG and Dignitas. Dignitas trying to fight back.
It's not really a tight game, though.
Look, okay, you're right. Cereal's just more important.
I mean, how often do you get Dapper, on the couch? So we have to find out about his life.
Thing about
chat
this
wants
event.
to know everything
That's
about
the amazing thing about this event.
Exactly.
Everything about Summit is so casual and perfect. If you want to know what Dapper thinks about cereal, well, now we know.
Exactly.
We're set.
And you got plays like Fairy Peak as well.
Oh my.
What a redirect.
That was clean.
And as we said, we got plays like
Back
Fairy
cereal.
Peak. Plays like Fairy Peak come on the couch. How often do they, just sit on a couch and hang out, and you can just, extract the information. And that was sick from AStro.
Yeah.
Well, Summit's a good opportunity for all those players that get nervous when you hand them a microphone on the front of a stage.
Yeah.
So just loosen up.
Come sit down on the couch.
They're hanging out with people they interact with.
These couches are way comfier than I thought.
Yeah,
No, yeah, 100%.
Dap was like, I don't know about coming on. We're like, Dap, we sit down on a couch and we just, you know, talk.
Oh, yeah, this
Whatever
is more casual. No, like actual casting.
Yeah, I make a pretty mean bowl of cereal, though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
All right, Turtle.
Wait, Turtle?
Get off that, all right?
Cereal first or milk first?
Oh, no.
Milk first? What are you talking? Why would anybody do that?
We have someone else for this. We have someone else for Turtle.
Wait, no.
What?
Wait. You got to clarify. Are you saying why would anyone not do milk first, or why would anyone?
Why would anybody ever put milk first?
Okay,
you know a player in this match we're watching puts milk first?
Who?
Garrett.
All right, get him out.
No, you're lying.
Yeah, because you know what he does?
No.
Yeah. He talked to it on stream. He tweeted about it. You know what he does? He pours a bowl of milk, and he bases the amount of cereal he wants off how much milk he has.
But don't you base how much milk you want based on how much cereal?
Yeah, it's weird. But what he'll do is he'll take the bowl with him to where he's going to eat it and bring the box of cereal and then pour it in, eat it, and then if he has more milk, he'll pour more cereal in.
Yeah, but then
because he doesn't like soggy
cereal doesn't.
I don't think anyone does.
But it's not soggy.
Well, that's why you
just
eat
eat it fast.
possible.
It's not soggy if you eat it fast. That's what I'm saying.
But I guess Garrett just like to take his time.
Well, I hope Garrett comes in for the post-match interview
I really
if they
hope
do win
so.
this series.
I need to ask him about
because that's the first thing we're asking. Garrett, forget about this series. What are you doing putting milk before your cereal?
Can we get some insight on that, please?
No, but this is a great event. The summit. We just get a chat out Rocket League.
Yeah. I mean, this series itself has
Ooh,
been
what a save.
0 boost.
Oh, bit of a doozy. NRG still on top. And Dignitas, I mean, they've been working, but it has been a lot of Astral and a lot of cleanup from Panda and Yukio.
Oh, that's
Justin is just so good.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Like, I saw him controlling this, and I was like, as long as he has over 50
and he
boost,
goes up
he's good.
It, yep.
Like,
and the correction flip from Turbo as well coming in crashing.
Crashing
the
with
net.
The close one.
Put in a BM.
Was that a slinger?
A slinger?
Yeah.
That just seemed like a dump truck over him, honestly. Just stepped right over
as a lot
him.
would say.
When a lot was on the couch, he was talking about all the different terms. Slinger.
Oh, yeah.
He said the one he's only ever used once for the most powerful hit he's ever seen.
What was the word?
Is a slaughter.
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 Everything else is boomer for everything else. Boomer, slinger. But it looks like NRG are going to take this series 4-1, which will, again, if you've just tuned in, this means this is essentially a tiebreak match. These guys are not going home. Dignitas will not be going home. It simply means that tomorrow Dignitas will start in the lower bracket, which means if they lose, they're out.
Yep.
NRG, they're in the upper bracket. They have a second chance if they do drop a series.
And that NRG, because they win, are also going to be going up into the upper bracket, playing against Cloud9, which will be a very interesting
How
match.
juicy is that
Yeah,
series?
that's going to be beautiful.
We'll get Dap back in on either caster.
Yes, sir.
Talk about more cereal.
This whole thing would give NRG a good chance to see how they're going to do against any NA teams. I guess the only NA team they didn't play was Rogue.
And there it
is.
is.
They get a chance against G2
the
and
milk
C9.
before cereal, man. Just
So
tops
we
it
need
off.
to get Garrett right now. Like I'm literally,
we need Garrett to do the interview.
I will pick him up and put him on this chair if he doesn't talk about it.
So
okay, wait. So who's coming down first, Garrett?
It looks like they're putting.
Does he have milk in the? What if he has milk in the cup and cereal
And
like
cereal.
under the chair?
And,
Pours. You know what I'm saying? Like
what
a
cereal
mid-game
do you
he had
Garrett
cereal in his pocket, and he was just like, it was kangaroo style.
What? Kangaroo?
Whoa!
Yeah,
why are you
that's
attacking
it.
me over here? Man? Come on.
Come on,
feeling
dude.
attacked.
You're really gonna say that while CJ?
And
is
I
Well,
was-
okay, I think of CJ more as like a dingo.
What?
Look, I've been
Like a dingo
attacked.
kinda
I've been
guy.
attacked all weekend long. I had Yummy Cheese Man on the couch like yesterday, and I thought, finally, I'm going to get some support. And he just came at me. He was like, "I'm NA now. Don't worry about it." You know,
He just
suck.
he just
You're from
disowns
OCE.
everything about being Australian.
100%. So I'm feeling left out, guys.
Yeah.
If you're at home, can I get a smile in the chat
Big smiles.
and just
Smile.
just
Smile.
help me out? I'm getting bullied left, right, and center. As Garrett's coming down first, and
It
we
is
are
Garrett.
pulling
And
him
where
out.
is he?
He's
Where
coming
is he?
downstairs.
He's right there. He's right
Garrett.
Garrett, you get in here right now. We need to ask you some questions.
We have
Very
a
important
it's
question.
about the series. It's super important.
there. Super important.
We need Garrett. Here he is. Garrett's coming to sit down.
All right, so
All right.
we just
Just compose yourself. All right.
All right.
We have a question. Turtle, I want you to throw.
I don't know how
it
to phrase this question, but so we have heard your strategy about cereal. Okay.
About what?
About cereal.
Dude.
So
No,
so you
whoa, whoa, whoa.
so you decide to put The milk in first. Why?
It depends.
It depends.
Okay.
Whoa, hang on.
Here's my mindset on it. If I'm having one bowl of cereal, I'll do cereal and then milk. But if I'm like in the mood for some cereal, I'll just put milk and then take the whole box with me. You know what I mean? That's why I said that.
Turtle's absolutely done. He's not buying any of that. But
He's actually walking away.
I think he used to be your teammate.
I guess that's pretty smart. As long as he does put cereal before milk sometimes, then
It's just half and half.
we won't disown him. But anyway, getting back to the series, obviously a 4-1 win, which sees you through to the upper bracket against Cloud9 tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
You didn't know that? Firstly, just with the series, look pretty comfortable. You guys, another like overtime goals. What's with you guys in overtimes today? Is that the turbo factor? He's just clutch.
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
No idea at all.
Does he actually help? Like when you're in game, do you feel any more confident? Just because
do you look to your left or wherever Turbo's sitting? You just be like, yes, I have Turbo.
Are you looking the back? You're in the past against in that overtime.
I mean, he talks a lot more crap to me.
Yeah.
So.
Like
you
during
like
the
that?
game?
You feed off that.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's good.
I love that.
So now that you found out that Cloud9 is who you're going to go up against, now that you found out that Cloud9 is the team you're going to be playing tomorrow, what are your initial thoughts about that match?
I don't know. Cool. I don't know. Probably unlucky seeding, but luckily we have double elimination. But not saying we're going to lose.
You think you're going to lose?
No, it'll just be a sweaty match, I guess.
We were talking about that because obviously with Turbo, you guys are still trying to find your feet, especially on LAN, obviously, with your first LAN. Was that really important to win here because you get like that double chance tomorrow? You know, you can afford to have maybe a bad series and then like recompose and you're still in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, right now we just want more practice.
Yep.
So more games is better for us because we haven't got to play very much together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy we did get the upper bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some form of strategy of putting Turbo on the end? I saw him talking so much smack. So now that you mention, I remember it showed the camera and he was just opening his mouth and just like yelling at you almost.
Yeah, if he's not next to Justin won't get mad. So I just
you want to say something to the people? We're talking about Turbo. Just put the headset on, man. Just come up.
Get down here. And just firstly, Justin, just first question quickly. Do you put cereal before the milk?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good.
All right.
We're safe.
So do I.
Think
I just
about
said
that
it depends on the situation.
But it's not 100% of the time.
It's not 100% of the time.
Okay. That's right. So obviously, Justin, you might not know, you have C9 tomorrow in the upper bracket first up.
Oh, that's great.
What do you
That's great. That's a better reaction than Garrett got.
What did you do?
I
Well,
was
how
like,
did you
cool.
react?
You just laughed.
Okay.
We always get
It's very cool, yeah.
the sweaty team. Yeah.
We always play C9 or Vitality every tournament.
Or
Every
us.
time.
Yeah, or you.
We,
yeah.
we played, like 7 or 8 times this year alone
yeah.
at LANs?
But in the
Probably.
off season
Nice.
alone, before last season, we played like
It's like 6 times before LCS, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, like with Turbo now, you guys are, you got banter and stuff. What about overtimes? Is Turbo still just talking smack the whole time, or?
I don't know. Justin got like 150 points one of the games, and
Yeah.
I was kind of like, "It's okay, Justin, you did good." And Turbo's like, does his wheeze laugh or whatever. Instantly.
You're joking. Oh my.
He does that to me because I'm the one at the bottom half the time. So.
I love that. So you guys, you're choosing a third. You've picked up Turbo. Obviously, he's an amazing player as well. But great mates with you, and obviously Justin as well. Was that one of the major factors in terms of just the vibe, the chemistry,
Yeah,
outside
I
the
would say
pitch,
so.
maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the friendship and all that,
Yeah.
It's good for the team, positivity and all that stuff.
Yeah, because we say like Rocket League now, all the teams are pretty close skill-wise, but it's like that mentality and your mindset. I think if you guys are just,
I've known Turbo as long as Fire, so it was nice. To replace Fire with another good friend. And he's really comfortable in super intense situations. Something that we need to work on. So I figured that would help too. So
that's what we're saying. You got Turbo next year in overtimes, and you guys have won. Was it 6?
Yeah, you guys had like 6 or 7
6
overtimes just today, and you won every single one.
I think you had 2 or 3
maybe we should
games
just go to
that weren't
overtime on
overtimes.
purpose.
That's what we were saying. Like, you send overtime, it's easy win. You have Turbo on your
I
team,
guess
so.
I guess so.
And talk us through that 0-second goal as well. That was like a 6-man pass play.
That
there.
was lucky.
That was really
someone,
lucky.
I think Justin was dribbling across field, and Turbo's come and tee-shotted it off his roof onto the side post, and then Garrett's done it.
I don't even know what
Dude,
happened.
it was super good until it became my turn. And
You passed it across the Turbo.
I had a hard angle, but I went for the shot. And that was just straight miss.
Turbo had
That
to
was
do
a straight
that.
miss. I was
love
actually
that.
so disappointed when I hit that, and then Turbo was just there. And
So you
started
didn't even know.
laughing.
You're just like, oh,
yeah, I didn't
man,
even
so-
know.
I love that, though.
Yeah, that was interesting for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but obviously against C9, we asked Jarzo's pretty confident that the G2 can can keep running away with it. But what are you guys? What are your thoughts tomorrow going into it? Who do you think's going to win? Are you guys confident you guys can win tomorrow? Obviously. Oh no, lost.
We lost.
You lost.
Cool. What? I was gonna say like, yeah, we probably have a decent chance, but I guess not. Guess we're chalking it up already.
But say we lost, so then we can win.
Say you win, so you can win.
We talked to Cloud9 as well, and they have that same mentality. Like, Squishy's like, oh, we never expect to win.
I don't think he's ever said he's gonna win something.
Yeah, he's
whenever
like,
I'm positive, like Garrett knows.
Actually,
I say I'm gonna pop off. I play
and then he
terrible.
has the worst season.
Yeah.
Oops.
So
every single time.
when I say I'm gonna play the worst I'm ever gonna play, I pop off.
So the key to good Rocket League is to expect to be terrible.
Yeah.
And then anything above that is just
a dub.
It's just a bonus.
Yeah.
Unless you're
K-Dub. Oh yeah, K-Dub has super high expectations.
Well, there you go. We've learned a lot about milk before cereal. I never even knew people would do that. But thanks so much to Dapper for coming on. Hopefully we can have him on again. Congratulations to NRG. They'll be moving on tomorrow in the upper bracket against C9. Thank you, Garrett. Thank you, Justin and Jarzo, coming on.
Thank you.
And we'll be off to a break. We've got Rogue against Frontline coming up next. Stay tuned. Don't miss it. See you soon.